gotta focus on yourself, on your faith, on your dreams, on your mind, on your health, yeah. You gotta work, never tell, keep your head down, find what you love and excel, yeah. Push and pull and repel any hate, go create what you want, feel compelled, yeah. And once you finally get a taste of the race, you'll never look back once you felt that. Don't let somebody take your time and your worth, just focus on yourself first. Don't let somebody take your time and your worth, just focus on yourself first. Don't let somebody take your time and your worth, just focus on yourself first. Don't let somebody take your time and your worth, just focus on yourself first. About others way before myself, yeah. I guess that's why I feel like I go through hell, damn. Wasting time on your dreams instead of mine, yeah. About to turn this franchise around on a dime, man. It's all about finding your right state of mind. It's all about turning the worst into fine. It's all about time and the work and the climb. From the thirst we will rise, I'm immersed in this life. Don't let somebody take your time and your worth, just focus on yourself first. Don't let somebody take your time and your worth, just focus on yourself first. Don't let somebody take your time and your worth, just focus on yourself first. Don't let somebody take your time and your worth, just focus on yourself first. I wake up every minute with the fever dreams. I push my mind to a limit where it needs to feed. I work blind, got vision I don't need to see. I'm picking mind over matter, I believe in me. I need to find more hours in the day to breathe. Need to find more power in the way I be. And when my mind turns sour with the painful scenes, I need to scream out loud, I can't stop me. I wanna be the greatest like Rocky. You know I leave them all hating like a hobby. I'm out here making moves like a lobby. And if you ain't with me, it's your loss. See, I got my mind on the facts, I'm a python. Grab what I like real fast, choke until I have everything I attack, everything that I lack, everything that I want, and I see, matter of fact. 'Cause I'm my own worst enemy, only if I let it be. I can control anything if I can just think carefully. I control my destiny. Deep up in my mind I manifest it. Every morning I wake up obsessed, and everything I do the best. And deep within my mind, you know I'll always manifest it. Wake up
welcome to My Mind Over Matter. My name is Rick, and yes, it's Sunday. Beautiful Sunday here. It's a little chilly here in my room. For some reason, I was warm, and then all of a sudden, I just felt cold. But I hope everyone is having a good weekend. Had a great weekend. It's the end of the weekend, and for some, it's the beginning of the week. And if you want to join the show, if you want to participate and talk, you're more than welcome to. Today it's a hangout, so going to be on for an hour, no later than that. Trying to keep it shows a little short and reasonable. And let me go ahead and put out the link. One sec. A couple of clicks here, a couple of clicks there. So now that. So if you want to come in, I know you'll be coming in. So um, turn on my candle here, my side. Oof, it is nippy here. It was a little warmer earlier. All of a sudden, it just got really cool in here. Gotta take my medicine. Alright. So tonight's just a hangout. It's nothing, no agenda, no nothing. I mean, we could talk about certain current events that's going on, like the immigration crisis that's going on in New York, and how terrible it's getting there. Um, New York is not going to be the same after this crisis that they're going through. Um, a lot of money and resources are being spent on the immigrants instead of helping the American people. They're helping those from around the world, and I'm just so surprised the how weak our policies are for immigration. I mean, I could have sworn that if you came into this country illegal, you would be deported. Like now they just flooded the system so much that like the immigration came and keep up with the amount of people that are coming in, and there's a lot of people that are undocumented coming in, and they don't came and trace them or track them. So it's like we're in a really bad state right now, and the Biden administration wants to fiddle dick and not really care. To be honest with you, they really don't care about the American people, because if they did, they wouldn't care to leaving the border open and letting just people just walk on in, especially people of really like scary countries, and not only that, but terror cells already here in the United States. They made their way in and they're here, and now we gotta deal with them. And that's the problem that I've been saying from the very beginning. It's like they started this problem, they created this problem, now there's no solution to this problem, and now they're eating up all the resources. And now we're stuck at this problem, and where are we going from now? It's like you got a lot of homeless people in the street of New York, and now on top of that, you have all these immigration individuals, all these migrants that are there in New York and eating up all the resources. I mean, I could not believe how New York decided to say, yeah, we're going to give out credit cards, preloaded credit cards, and every month they'll get a certain amount put on that credit card so the immigrants could feed themselves, clothe themselves, and take care of themselves with that money. I'm like, where was that for our homeless, for our veterans that are on the streets in New York that don't have a place to stay, don't have shelter, but yet these immigrants come in and you're opening the doors wide open for them and giving them all the resources. And the American people are not getting shit. I mean, this country is so backwards. The people that are running like the country is just not good right now. It's just the worst. And the fact that I love this fact. I'll bring you in a moment, Hobby. I'll bring you in a second after I quote this Biden, this clown, the da. He was so happy he won South Carolina on his primary. Who the fuck were you running against to be so happy? You had no competition. You have not had any competition. And he won by a, and then the way the media puts it, oh, Joe Biden won by a mile, like by, what is it? What they, the terms they use it, they use by a landslide victory by Joe Biden, and try to prop him up like he's the greatest thing that's ever happened to America. How did these people, like, I want to know who these Democrats are who are voting for this individual, and then the purpose of their voting. Why are they voting for this individual, not knowing anything about this individual? This is poison. This is poison to our nation, and what's going to be happening in the near future. It's 2024 is going to be a disaster. I'm letting you know right now. The storm has just started, and it's going to get more worse. And with that said, let's bring in Albie. Yo, Albie, what's up?
Hey, what's up?
Oh, you sound clear, dude. What's going on?
I'm all good.
You sound a lot better. What did you do?
Well, I had some trickings.
You be tricking? You
Yeah.
tricky? Oh boy, you sound a lot better though.
Yeah, I know.
Like 1,000 times better. Before we were really muffled. Now you like sound clear.
Yeah.
Right on, right on. That's good. Yeah, man. It's just I don't understand how the media could go behind and back Joe Biden and say, "Oh, Joe Biden won by a landslide. He's the greatest, best thing that's ever happened to this country." And then you go look at the Texas border, go to like the border and see all the immigrants just coming on in, undocumented. So many like bad people have came through that border, and we're gonna have to deal with it. We're gonna deal with it by attacks, terrorist attacks, mass shootings. We're gonna have all this gonna be coming up very soon here in America. And then they're gonna start pointing fingers. Oh, it was the Trump administration. Oh, it's the Biden administration. No, how about like this should have been taken care of a long time ago. I blame all the administrations until this point, you know, and no one ever did anything. And now that they're trying to build this wall and all this craziness, and they're not even completed, they're not even starting to do anything. They're not even finishing the wall yet, and yet there's still people that are coming through. There's people that are cutting through the wall to get in. They're not reporting that. You know, there's people that are really trying their hardest underground, cutting through to get to America. It's wild times right now. It's really wild. But yeah, man, how was your weekend, Albie?
Well, it was great, Rick.
Nice. I'm here. I'm gonna light this up. Smells so good. I'm ready to smoke it up. It's gonna be a short show today. I'm gonna be on for like another 45 minutes, and
Uh,
it'll be a 1 hour show. Um, I will be taking a break from YouTube in about sometime. I don't know if it's gonna be this week or next week. I have to take a break because I have repairs that are going to be done here, and I'm going to be doing some stuff here. So, I may be able to do shows. I may just hold off and not do. It all depends on the construction and what they're going to do here. Smells good. I think I could smoke this in 45 minutes. It's just the way I roll it. It makes it like smokable, and it lasts a long time. And it's a slow burn. That's what I love about the way I roll my medicine. But yeah, man, how would you do anything this weekend?
Not really. I've been doing some planning about when to go get my stay ID. I think I'll walk there tomorrow.
Shit, that'd be a miracle in itself.
Yeah, well,
That would be a miracle, and it's not. It doesn't take long.
no,
It does not take
it's an
long,
hour
brother.
17 minutes. It's an hour
Yeah,
17 minutes, and it's 3.5 miles.
yeah, and I think it'll take you longer just going there than it is being there, because all they're
Mm.
gonna really do is like take your picture and put your information on the ID, and that's it. They
And it's still free too.
oh really? See, at least you got it for free. Like out here, you have to pay.
Yeah.
Shit, that's even better. Damn. And you have to make an appointment for it, or you just walk in.
Mm, I think I'll call in and see. I don't want to go there and
It should
find
say in
out.
the website. If you go to the Ohio, I think it should be ohio.gov
Well,
slash DMV.
I Googled it and got the interactive Google map, so it can take me there. It's voice activated map,
Okay.
so I'm gonna get there, but I have to call and let them know that I'm on my way.
Or you could look it up before going there. Check out the website and make sure,
Yeah, it
because
opens up
here,
at 8. It
yeah,
open
because
up.
here in Connecticut, you need an appointment to do that type of stuff. You can't just
Yeah,
walk in. Yeah, if it's for an ID or license or anything related to your license, or even taking out a handicap disability permit, you have to have an appointment to be seen, and they give you a time frame to be there. So that's why I'm just like cautioning on that, because some states are different. Some states you don't. Some states you just walk in and just present the information that you need to present to them, and then just make sure you look good for the picture. And once they take the picture, in less than 5 minutes, you'll have your ID and you're walking out.
yeah,
It shouldn't take that long. You're not going there for driver's license or anything of that nature. You're just going there for an ID.
yeah. Then once I get my state ID, then work towards getting my driver license.
Right on, right on. Yeah, it's a good thing then. It's be nice, at least first step to get that done.
Yeah,
Once you get that done, everything else is going to fall into place.
yeah,
So yeah, but here in my neck of the woods in Connecticut, there's a new proposal to expand paid sick days in Connecticut. So what they're trying to do is, because there's so much money here in Connecticut right now, we're in a surplus, meaning with this marijuana thingamajig that's going on here, the state has more money and more available for more resources to spread the money out, and that's a good thing for here. And finally, that they're doing something to help the people out. Um, they haven't been so much talks about immigration here. I know that some of the immigrants are coming here, just not as much as New York is getting. New York is getting like really crazy, and it's just wild. It's wild how they could just allow these people just to come like that. That like I don't get it, because in Florida, if you're not from Florida and you come like pretty much what's going on in Texas into Florida, they deport you right away. You get deported. There's a there's a thing. Well, the Cubans have this deal with the United States where they have the wet foot, dry foot. So if you're caught in the ocean or on water, even if you're on the shore and you don't make it to the land, you can be deported back you'll be deported back to Cuba. If you make it onto land, then you can seek asylum in Florida, and you're taken care of in Florida. Haitians, on the other hand, They try to come to Florida and they land on Florida and everything, but they gather them up and they deport them. They don't wait. They deport them back. So all that they did, it was for nothing, and they send them back immediately. Why in the hell is Washington D.C.? Why is Joe Biden leaving the border wide open, and you have people from all around the world coming in? You have people from Africa coming, from China coming through the border, people from the Middle East coming through the border, like sneaking right in and blending in. And I'm telling you, there's sleeper cells that came into the United States through that border. We're fucked. We're like civil war. It's not going to be civil war against the Americans versus the Americans. It's going to be the Americans versus the immigrants, and that's going to be the civil war. And these people that came through these borders are not good people, and I don't understand why this administration is just not doing nothing about it. Nothing. They're not doing. I think it's part of an agenda. I think it's a part of agenda, something that has to deal with the UN, and I feel like this is something that they want to happen. They want, like, it's like cancer. It eats you from within, and this is what is plaguing us now. These people that are coming in, and we're screwed. We're screwed because they're already here, right? But we need someone to step up, and someone that can put a stop to this and immediately say, no, everyone that came in illegally, you are deported. No ifs, whats, buts, nothing. You are out of here. And just put them on military planes and load them all up and send them out of here. It has to happen. Who's going to be the one to step up? Is it going to be Trump? Well, we know it's not Biden. He didn't do shit for the past 4 years, and that border's still open. But you had all these Democrats voted for Biden in South Carolina so he could have a landslide win. Against who? Nobody's. There was like 2 other individuals that got zero recognition. Don't know who the fuck they are. Of course he won by a landslide in his own primary. He has no challengers for him. Nobody's who's gonna challenge Biden. This is a rigged system. This is not a good thing. I wouldn't be surprised if there's an attack from within. I'm not surprised. This guy is so weak as a president. Shit, we had a fucking balloon from China across the whole United States and got information from us. Live. As it was flying across the United States. And yet, all these people that are coming through the border, we understand they're not just coming from one part of the border, they're coming through different parts of the border. And the fact that these really crooked individuals are coming through, and they don't mind paying the cartels in Mexico the amount of money that they want. They're like, that's not a problem. They are getting in to the United States. You know how many people that are on the terrorist list that got into the United States but got caught at the border? Over 100. Over 100. So if they caught 100, and there's about close to 15 million people that got into the United States, do the math. There's a lot of them that got in. A lot. We're in trouble. The United States is in trouble. It sucks, because it's so preventable. It was so preventable. It was right there, right, like this. And they didn't do nothing. This administration didn't do shit. And you have people voting for them. Like, I don't understand how those people think. I mean, if you're a Democrat and you're on my channel, please unsubscribe immediately. Immediately. Shit, I don't even talk to my father because he's a Democrat. I don't talk to him. I can't. There's no way. How the fuck? Like, in your mind, think that Biden is better than fucking Trump. There is no fucking way. And I don't care what fucking YouTube thinks and their fucking algorithm. They could go fuck themselves. You know, it's just no way that you have this dude. Like, it's so embarrassing. It's embarrassing. He can't talk. He mumbles. You know, he's losing it right in front of you. We gotta understand, a job of a president is pretty much on call 24 hours, 7 days a week. You know, when you have things that are going on around the world, he needs to be informed at that moment of when it happens. You know, this guy is deteriorating in front of us. How many people have gotten as president and came out with freaking like normal hair? All of them come out with fucking white hair, and they change so much from the stress of being president of the United States. The only one I seen that has not changed is Trump. And we know he dyed his hair and he gets his hair all done and everything, and that's all good. But he hasn't changed at all. And Biden has deteriorated. Like, deteriorated. And they're voting for this dude that's almost halfway to his casket. I don't get it. I don't get it. I don't get it. You know? I don't understand how people think and what they're thinking. They're seeing the same shit I'm seeing. How is their views different from mine? Oh, right. They don't pay attention. They don't watch the news. They don't watch what happened in Congress. They don't watch what happens in the Senate. That's what I do every day. I watch what goes on in Washington. You know, and everybody else don't. They're too busy in their days. They're working. They have to worry about what they're gonna cook for dinner. You know, they're so worried all throughout the day and working and being busy and distracted that, like, if you was to watch a episode of what happens in Congress on a daily basis, you will freak out. You would say, how the fuck these people got here, and like, this is what our money is paying for? Like, you should, it's so disheartening. It's so horrible to actually watch like what goes on in Congress. You could just imagine the White House. That is just nothing but fucking ice cream and cookies. Like, Biden, he's at the point that he's losing his mind. And people, he's in charge of the military. He's in charge of the nuclear codes. Anything could happen under this guy's belt, and he has the authority to do it. You know, he could really do big time damage for us in the United States. He is a big time liability. You know, that administration is not responsible. They're not responsible individuals. And the fact that they're just like running the show, it's very scary. This year, I'm fucking terrified. It's very terrifying. It's very, like, it's not good. It's just not fucking good. And there's a lot of things that are happening right now around the world, and you're only getting a little bit of the news. You know, just a little bit. You're only getting this much of everything that's happening in the world. You're only getting this much. And it's what the administration wants you to hear. You are being manipulated. You hear the train? It agrees with me. They are being manipulated every freaking day. There's the train again. Um, if people don't get together and hurry up and stop being divided, we're never going to get over this. Not in our lifetime. No, not in our lifetime. Not in the next. I feel bad for the next 10 generations ahead. I feel bad for them, and they're not even here yet. They're not even here, and they don't even know that they're walking into a fucking mess. I don't know. I don't know. I don't know what to tell you. It's a shit show. It's Sunday. Hey, it's the baby Jesus day. That's another propaganda. So it's like, what is true? What is true anymore? What? Everything that you've been taught, it could be a lie. Everything that you've learned could be all bullshit. They only taught you what they wanted you to learn. There's far more knowledge out there that they don't even want us to even look into. They need to keep the peasants down. And the fact that they brought in all these immigrants through the border and the United States did nothing shows like how this world is coming to. I couldn't wish for a bigger asteroid to come and hit this world. Because it needs to happen, and this world needs to be gone. And if it's not an asteroid hitting the Earth, it's definitely the Earth suffocating everybody and killing everybody at once. It can happen, and just kill everybody and get rid of everybody all at once. Because the humans are not civil. They're very selfish, very greedy, like not good for the world at all. Like this is like if this was an experiment project, like if it were brought here and this is how the outcome has become when you put all these individuals together in one place, this is a failed mission. It's failed. From my point of view, it's failed big time. And it should be all humans should be perished all at once. You think there's not other life forms out there in this universe and out in the galaxy? Don't get it twisted. There's a lot of life out there. A lot of life. And if you think that we're the only ones out in all this space, there's so much life out there. They don't want us to know that. It's none of our business. There's nothing we could do about it. We're not gonna leave and try to go out there towards them. You can't. You won't be able to. Not with the equipment we have here. We don't have the proper equipment to even go like to certain places. They feed you these beautiful stories and videos from Mars and all this beautifulness, right? Who knows if that's even real? Who knows if that's even like filmed in somewhere in the desert out here in America or somewhere around the world, and they're just having a rover out there and just they're filming it black and white. How would you know the difference? You know, you can manipulate people easily. You know, their eyes are very deceiving. You know, there's no way that the humans that are here now could live in Mars. It's not possible. Not with the gravity, not with the energy that pulsates from within that planet. It's not the same vibrations as Earth. We're alive because of Earth. We're alive because of Mother Earth and what the energies that provide from within. It's Mars doesn't have that. And if they did, there would be people there. There would be already a civilization there. There would be people there. It just it just doesn't make any sense. And the fact that they're hiding the information of like life out in the in outer space, out there in the universe. There's a lot of life. We're not the only ones. Stop being selfish. We're not the only ones. And if we all died in a given time and we're all dead, it's okay. Life will go on and life will find a way. It did before us that were here, you know? There were other life forms here before us. They don't want to tell you that, but there were. So it is what it is, you know. Life is precious, it's special, and yet right now in this time that we're in, it's taken for granted. You know, people now, I guess they stop caring. You know, people want to fight, people want war, people want blood, people want they want to one up each other. They want to continue to conquer others. That game has not stopped. That's like it's just war and trying to take over land. That's what it is. You know, this has been going on since back in the Stone Ages. They used to fight sticks and stones against each other and take over their lands. It's happened throughout all humanity, throughout the time of humanity. There's always been battles and land being taken over, and and the migration that's always been within our culture, within in our history. That's always been happening, even to this day, and we have not learned. We haven't learned at all. That's the sad part. And I know YouTube doesn't like this, the algorithm doesn't like this. It's okay, because I'm getting tired of having my free speech and my thoughts that's put on video censored. These are my thoughts. This is what comes from within. And how dare you censor me from within? Yeah. I think that's bullshit, YouTube. And go fuck yourself. I've been doing this for a very long time. I'm heading over to what? 560? See, I have even my show wants to start over. Let me see. I'm at 561. 561 episodes. And guess what? I have nobody watching. Zero. There's zero people watching. Well, one person watching. That's it. Out of 561 videos I've done here live and 7 years, the way they pin people down and force them to try to give up, it's real. It's real. They this is how they censor you, and how they break into you and make you feel a certain way, makes you feel like giving up. But I let me tell you something. I ain't giving up. I may have zero. That's fine. I'll be here. That's one. And I do have people that rewatch, and they rewatch like loyally, and I thank you for that. And one of the persons that rewatches loyally is Maggie. Maggie watches every single of my shows completely, the whole thing. She watches, and for that, that's amazing. And I thank her so many times over, and I appreciate her as much as she appreciates me. And our feelings are mutual. And the fact of the censorship and the way they just like YouTube, you're a piece of shit. You are, and you always will be. But as long as that I'm still alive and I'm breathing, I'm still gonna be doing shows. And you might not like it, and you know what? I don't give a fuck. I really don't. You know, censor me all you want, put whatever you want, blog me down. That's fine. I really don't give a shit. There's still people that watch. There's still ways of people to find me, and they will watch in the future. And they'll watch my shows, and they'll see what they had here and what they missed out. But my joints, I roll them too damn good. They last forever, and I smoke a lot. And I don't smoke cigarettes. You know that. I smoke my marijuana, which I'm licensed, and I take advantage of for my health of smoking my marijuana, and it does help. It really helps with the anxiety, helps with the stress, helps with my PTSD somewhat, and does zero for pain. It doesn't help for pain. All that they say, oh, it helps with joint pain and all this and that is bullshit. It doesn't help for pain at all. It hasn't helped me at all for joint pain. Not me. But it does help with anxiety. Damn. Two lottery players who won 1 million from same scratch off game loses 300K immediately due to their, I guess it's the taxes that they remove, immediately due to their quick decision. So I guess they got the money up front instead of taking it out in installments. So and this happened to two guys. Um Let me just read over this. So two men went to collect their money because they won $1 million each from a scratch off game, and they they decided, both of them, to take the lump sum. So they're like, we'll take the lump sum, which means the winners take home $650,000 before taxes. So it's like they could have spread it out over 20 years, but they decided to take the lump sum. One lottery player took away 180 from the 1 million because of their agreement with their friend. I don't know. The lottery's just a weird. I mean, if you win, it's cool, right? But then, you know, like Biggie always said, more money, more problems. And the fact that you become a millionaire at 1 million, but then after taxes, they take over $350,000. So you only walk away with 650,000 from 1 million. I mean, that's good money. I wouldn't complain so much. You know what I mean? Because the 650,000, that is a lot of money. You could do um, good investments for yourself, and you could really put that money to work and do well. You could do a lot with that money. That's a lot of money. You know what I mean? And you could invest in yourself and invest. I mean, it's 1 million. You know, it's if you're not that type of person that spends so much, you're frugal. You're like you're not an overspender. Then that money can last a lifetime. 650. You invest at least half of it into your business or into the market. I mean, you could really make that money grow, and then it'll pay for itself as time moves up. And it can make a lot of money. So, but that's still a lot of money that the taxes take. And then what do you do with that tax money? That's the real question. It's really weird. Just looking at the news real quick before if there's anything here. Damn, somebody else won. An Illinois lottery player wins 25,000 a month for 20 years while playing a $10 scratch off ticket. Someone won $25,000 a month for 20 years. So he decided this. I guess this scratch off player decided to take the 20 years of cash. I guess that's the game. The ticket offers players a chance at winning 25,000 a month for 20 years. Okay, so this ticket, there were only 3 tickets of the life-changing jackpot prize were up for grabs, and the lucky winner snagged the last one. So they already gave 2 away. This was the last one for the 25,000 a month for 20 years. They say for life, but it's not life for life because 20 years you could live out those 20 years. Um 20 years of cash players have, let me see, a 1 out of 3.5 chance of winning a prize, but the jackpot odds were much higher at 1 in 4,800,000 chance. 4,800,000 chance, according to the Illinois lottery. But the winning was most likely the easy part of the lucky lotto player who now has to declare if they want to receive $6 million prize and annual payments of $300,000 for 20 years, or as a one-time payment of 3.6 million. That's almost half of the money they take out for taxes. Let me see. If the lotto choose a one-time payment of 3.6 million, they would end up taking home about 2.557 million after paying 864,000 thousand, so 864,000 in federal taxes and another 178,200 in state taxes. That's about $1 million, more than $1 million in taxes. If they were to take the lump sum, they would come clean with $2,557,000. Man, the taxes take so much. If you decide to, you want to do the 20 years, that's annual payments of $300,000 for 20 years. $300,000 a year. $300,000 a year. Can you live with $300,000 a year? Are you patient enough to wait 20 years and have $300,000 every year for 20 years? Or do you want all the money? Well, not all the money. After taxes, $2,557,000. I mean, that's depending on what age you are, right? If you are someone in their 60s, 50s, then you would take the lump sum, no? If you are a young buck, someone that's like maybe 18, 19 years old, and their parents are like, no, you should take the long 20 years. I mean, you could live off of 300,000. You could live off of that for 20 years. You could 300, like, that's more than enough. That's enough to live. You gotta have a nice land with a beautiful house. You could have a business if you want. Invest maybe in some of that money. You're not gonna need all of that 300. Like, what are you gonna do? Go crazy? buying shit, the first few years you take it easy, and then you'll have money that'll roll over, and then it could roll over, and then you could put that money in the market and make it work for you. So by the time you're up with your 20 years, you have more money than what the lottery gave you if you invest right. But I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna wrap up the show because I want to make it to that 1 hour mark. But I want to thank you guys for watching, and for those who are rewatching, I appreciate you. Albie, thank you for coming through. Appreciate you too.
Welcome.
I want to wish everybody a good day, a good morning, and a good night. And I got to decide what I'm gonna do for if I'm gonna continue the show, or because I want to do some improvements. We got to do some improvements here, and gonna see if we could change up the show a little bit and make it bigger, make it better, and hopefully more individuals will come and watch live. But I know Sundays are pretty tough days because it's the baby Jesus, day, and the time that I'm coming on is like people in Europe are sleeping. People here are having dinner with their families and hanging out on a Sunday night. And for me, I'm going to go lay down and relax and watch a movie also and just call it a night. With that said, it's been a nice time tonight. It was pretty good. I like the video background that I put on, killing some time right now because I got like 45 seconds left until the end of the show. But I'll see you tomorrow if we could do this again. Maybe I'll have a friend on here and they'll come on and participate. So have a good night, brother.
You
I'll let
too,
you
Ray.
be. All right, take care, man. I'll let Albie be, and I'm gonna be out too. With that said, good night, and see you guys around. Peace for now. Catch you all on the flip side.